So this news is breaking right now. Chris Brown was just arrested at his hotel in Manchester over a bottle attack in a nightclub. So the reports via The Sun and Daily Mail are that the Met Police arrested Chris Brown at 2 a.m. at the Lowry Hotel in Manchester. Now, they say that this arrest comes because of an incident that happened back in February of 2023, where he allegedly got into it with a music producer, and the music producer alleged that he was hit with a bottle, and there was like a whole fight. So what they're reporting is that Chris Brown flew into Manchester Airport on a private jet yesterday afternoon, and then they became aware of his presence in the UK. So The Sun reached out to police there and they asked, was Chris Brown under arrest? And the Mack detectives then say that they traveled to Manchester where they arrested Chris Brown at the hotel. They say that he was taken into custody and is thought to have been taken to a police station for questioning. The Met Police released this. A 36-year-old man was arrested at a hotel in Manchester shortly after 200 hours on Thursday, the 15th of May, on suspicion of grievous bodily harm. He has been taken into custody where he remains. The arrest relates to an incident at a venue in Hanover Square on the 19th of February, 2023. And again, that incident that they're talking about is when the music producer said that it was an unprovoked attack that happened on him allegedly around 3 a.m. when Chris Brown and his entourage were at a club called Dirty Martini, and they got into it. So that is breaking right now. So there will be some updates there.
That's crazy. Free him right now, y'all.
Go ahead, Jess.
Jess about to fly out there and bail him out herself.
She was like, what happened? Like, you would have thought that this was her real man when I said it in the room. Like, what happened?
Free him right now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because this happened so long ago.
It did. I don't know if maybe they were just waiting for him to get closer to bring him in for the question or how that works. Because why can't you arrange something like that would have been my question.
But you don't live in that country.
Yeah, but you still know he's Chris Brown. You can know how to get to him to say, hey, we need you to turn yourself in for the question.
Yeah, you can't.
If I got to warn them,
they don't reach out.
That's crazy.
He should have known when he went back to the country that they had a warrant for him.
Yeah, because it had to be leading up, because this guy, he was alleging Chris Brown hit him over the head with a bottle, and at the entourage like got to kicking him on the floor, and then he had to go to the hospital, needed crutches. It was like a whole thing. But yes.
No, he didn't.
That's
he kicked him while they was on the floor?
Allegedly.
That's what the man is alleging. He's alleging that Chris Brown and his entourage smashed him over the head with a bottle and then punched him and kicked him as he laid on the floor.
That's crazy. Yo.
2 or 3 times, yes. And Chris Brown was there because he has 10 dates coming up in the area. So yeah, he was flying in to get ready for that. And
all sold out.
Yeah, okay, I know that's right. Yeah, so there'll be some updates there. Now, switching gears to some other beefs. Tamar, Braxton, and Loni Love. The drama continues. The saga continues. Tamar Braxton was on the Nene Leakes show, and she was talking about where she's at right now with Loni Love and the whole real situation. Mm-hmm. And she had this to say about Loni Love. Let's take a listen to Tamar on Loni Love.
I was asked to be on The Real. And this was in the beginning of the process of them casting. I'm sure it was Tamar and the other girls, but I was asked to be one of the first girls when the show first originally started. I had the contract. And I ended up not doing The Real, and they ended up casting Loni Love. I was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, so I just did not do The Real. But Tamar ultimately did The Real.
I wish they would have told me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
Tamar. And in creating the show. That's why I'm saying I wish they would have told me that, because I wouldn't have cast Big Bad Cadillac.
I'm finna get ready to leave.
We probably would be in our 10th season by now. Thanks. Ain't that dumb?
I can't believe they still talking about The Real, but I get it because it's Nene's story, and Nene would have been damn good.
I said that. I'm like, yo, she'd have been so fire on The Real.
Yeah.
Oh, she said big back Cadillac.
Yes.
What you doing?
I thought she said big black Cadillac. I was confused.
Either way, it's horrible.
Damn, Tamar, you think?
Listen,
no, she said it a couple times too.
Tamar, you think Lonnie's a whole Escalade? Like, God damn, a 7-seater? Loni not that big, though. That's wrong.
Nah.
You can't call somebody a whole ESV with maximum cargo capacity. That's just
Charlamagne.
If they that big.
No, but Loni ain't that big.
But the car description and the amount of seats in the rows and 3 doors.
I used to have a 2002 Cadillac and it had 300,000 miles on it. So I like Cadillac trucks. So the truck that's big is the ESV. That's the biggest one they got. That's right. So when you talk about the cargo capacity that it got in the back that would look wide like a big back, it would be that. But Loni ain't no big back Cadillac now.
What is she like?
Huh?
You heard her. If you can harm, you can.
What's she like?
Lonnie is a great person, you know, and she's also a comedian. So
Yes.
Lonnie, don't get offended. You got to return
She
fire.
not.
Yeah,
She not.
return fire. Where the jokes at?
She not.
You know, because Big Bad Cadillac is hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
Wrong, but hilarious.
And the way Tamar said it, you
Yeah.
heard how they got quiet. She brought it back in again. She said it again
She said it twice?
after they got quiet. She brought it back in. She said, yeah, 'cause she just was
Oh, she
casual.
had that one waiting in
She
the
was
cut.
casually Big Bad Cadillacing. Like she
Damn,
just
man.
kept bringing it back in.
But you remember, y'all remember that one moment where Tamar was saying somebody said she looked like a Muppet, and and Lonnie Love looked like she wanted to bust out laughing, and Tamar probably never forgot that.
Yeah, Lonnie just got to return fire. That's all. You can't. Don't let nobody call you a Big Bad Cadillac.
And
What
for,
else you got, Loren?
And if you are, then you like an XT5 or XT6. You ain't the goddamn big.
Escalade.
Yeah, you ain't the big joint. You know what I
She's
mean?
gonna have us Googling all the
Big
different
Bad Cadillac.
The Escalade is the big.
I would
one.
say like
the other
a-
ones are the smaller versions. Those are like the hybrid.
Like a
type
Forerunner.
Like a Forerunner.
versions. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Big Bad Cadillac.
All right.
Jess, did you just say Pathfinder?
Big Bad Cadillac.
yeah.
Forerunner.
Forerunner is, oh my God.
Just where the jokes, Lonnie. I don't like when comedians get offended. I want comedians to come with the jokes.
She not
Tamar
offended.
not even. Oh, she not offended?
No.
Oh, okay, because Tamar not a comedian. She just funny. So if you gonna be
Yeah.
funny, I'm gonna be funny too. That's
Yeah.
all.
Lonnie gonna say something.
For those who don't remember and why they even beefing, it's because after Tamar Braxton left The Real, she had started talking about the fact that she felt like Lonnie Love had something to do with her possible exit. So it's been a little bit of weirdness, but since then, and Lonnie Love came out and said, yo, she's welcome back when the show was still happening. It's like a whole thing from that. That show is still shaking the girls up.
It's
Yes.
still kicking.
Lauren, ain't you going back to the courthouse today
Yes, Lord.
for the Diddy case?
Yes. Long days. I'm going back today, and the prosecution is going to, the defense is going to get their chance, Diddy's attorney, to come and have a conversation with Cassie. And after the claim she made yesterday, baby, I am like clenching my pearls for her.
I seen something else that was trending yesterday that they said that she explained this, the time where they said that they were cordial and Diddy allegedly raped her.
Yes.
What happened there?
So she said that after she had kind of but after she had finally stopped dealing with him, they were in a good space. They used to check in on each other. One day they decided to go to dinner. She said for her, the dinner was closure. They went out. It was fun. They had a good time. He went back to her place, and during the time that he was at her place, she says that he raped her on the floor in her apartment. That's what she alleges, right? Mm-hmm. So then after that, she saw him again. Like in a matter of weeks, she saw him again after that. She hung out with him, agreed to
Now, she was still
voluntarily.
with Alex Fine during this time, allegedly, right?
She wasn't with him exclusively from the way she made it seem. They were dating though.
Okay.
Her getting with him exclusively didn't happen until after that. But I believe that they're definitely going to bring that up because even after this whole what she alleges with the rape, after that they then once she now gets with Alex Fine, there's conversations between her and Puff where Puff is like, yo, you owe me some money. We've seen those text messages. They came out with after her lawsuit was filed. He wanted money back because he was paying Alex Fine at one point to be her fitness trainer, and he's like, run me my money for what I paid him since that's your man, and stop playing with me because there's skeletons in your closet. You know you got a lot of work on these tablets and these laptops. So again, that's him threatening her with those videos, and the prosecution said, well, what do you think he meant by that? And she said, the videos are the freak off. Like that was always the thing that they went back to.
I seen people saying that in the comments that, how could she be raped one day and then a week later have consensual sex with him? And she explained that too, right?
She said that if you love somebody for over 10 plus years, you can't just let that go. Who are we to, I was gonna say, who are we to judge? It needs to be a jury, but it literally is a jury that is judging that. But it was crazy hearing it though. Like 10, 11 years for me personally, I couldn't go back to somebody that allegedly raped me. I don't care how many years we spent together. I couldn't do that. But again, it's not for me to judge. I'm just an ear in the court.
There is no way Diddy's defense team will come off not looking like monsters. There is no way Diddy's defense team will come off not looking like monsters when they go back at Cassie. There's no way Diddy's defense team can press Cassie without admitting Diddy did commit crimes. And Cassie already said a lot of these things, she did want to do until she didn't.
Yeah.
But it also doesn't mean that they weren't committing crimes. So I don't know what Diddy's defense team can do in this situation.
I wrote a list yesterday of everything I think they're gonna lean into. I think they're gonna lean into her because the way she set up how she asked for or why she asked for the money, I think they're gonna try and make it seem more like a shakedown and vengeful. I think they're gonna bring up the timeline of the men she was dealing with because even with Kid Cudi, she says I was at a freak off and then I went to Kid Cudi. So So they're going to try and bring in like the timeline of men she was dealing with to show like, okay, you were lying to him too and causing him to be this upset.
I get what you're saying, but that don't justify anything he did.
At all. It doesn't. But I think that's where they're going to go. I think they definitely going to lean into the fact that she's admitted that she's placed calls to escorts, that they have her on text asking to do free calls.
So she was part of this criminal enterprise. But if you're trying to prove that he wasn't running a criminal enterprise, you jamming yourself up with that.
That's why I said yesterday.
Diddy's defense.
I mean, and I get what y'all saying that it's too early to make an indefinite decision. But I always make sure I say before I say how I felt at the end of the day. I gave up. I backed away. I backed the hell away. I gave up like Jess right now on this show.
It's okay.
She just
abort mission. It's cool.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, when you leave, you do have a feeling of like, oh shoot, this is how I feel today. Yesterday when I left, I felt like, yo.
Yeah, your feelings gonna change as you hear more facts.
Yeah, like I don't think that everything that they trying to throw at him is gonna stick, but I definitely think that even through her testimony and through them doing their cross, they're gonna have to admit to something.
But here's the thing, Loren. And by the way, I'm just being objective here.
Go ahead.
You said that everything that they throw at him is not gonna stick. It's only day 3.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't know what they throwing at him.
And day 4, day 5, day 6, my opinion is going to change, and I'll be right here talking about it.
But you got 8 weeks is what I'm saying.
Well, she got to get to court now.
Yeah, I got to get to court now.
Yeah.
But I think that people need to be real about having a feeling once you hear and you see all this stuff, and it's okay.
And what about this last question? What about the enablers? Because, I mean, I'm hearing that there were a lot of people there that actually seen him allegedly beat her and kick her and stomp her out.
Let me tell y'all one story.
What about those people?
Real quick. D-Rock, who they keep bringing up in court, who was the head of Puff Security, and he's a really good friend of Diddy's. She talked about one time where she was beat so bad they couldn't even check her into a hotel because they didn't want her to walk into a hotel, so she had to hide out at Diddy's house. And she would come downstairs in Diddy's house alone, and like one time he said to her, "My sons are here. I don't want you to see them. I don't want them to see you like this. Go put on more makeup," right? And she said that time when D-Rock and them saw her after that incident, D-Rock and Jay Cruz, with another person working for Diddy, they literally were in tears when they saw her. And she went to D-Rock and his wife's home because they would kind of, just help her out a bit. But she still went back that next day. Wow. Like after she left D-Rock and his wife's house, she went to Puff's house, and she was, and even after the Kid Cudi stuff, she went to Puff's house and she's getting ready for these events, and we're seeing her on carpets and stuff. But yeah, there were a ton of people that they were bringing in. And I don't know, I mean, I guess that is you're complicit in watching it happen, but
enabler,
yeah, but I mean, it was sad.
I was ready to say, why they ain't say nothing?
It's a lot of people, I'm sure, that didn't say things.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Well, thank you. Well, you're heading back to court now, and then we'll see you tomorrow as you give us some more updates. Appreciate you. All right, that's the latest with Loren. Now let's get to the mix. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Check out video of the full show on Tubi. Free. Classic interviews and more on Tubi every day, all day long, all for free. Just search Breakfast Club and grab your popcorn.